Today we will study about refraction of light. In some video we studied about reflection of light. What is reflection of light? Bouncing of light from a surface. Okay, that is, when light falls on a surface, either polished or unpolished, it bounces back, and this is called reflection. Now we come to the next concept, that is called refraction of light. What do you mean by refraction of light? Refraction of light is bending of light. When a light bends, when it travels from one medium to another medium. We know that light travels in a straight line. The rectilinear propagation of light says that light travels in a straight line. But that is for only a homogeneous medium, where the medium is same. Now if I have air, it is traveling like this. If I in between bring some other material, right, let us say I bring a piece of glass or something like that, then the light will not travel in the straight line. Why it will not travel in the straight line? Because the speed of light in this medium is different to speed of light in this medium. We also talk about light, it also refers to something called optics. We call optics. One is a rarer medium, another is a denser medium. Optically rarer medium, optically denser medium. When it travels like that, light bends, the path changes, right? And that is called refraction. So, what is refraction? Refraction is the bending of light when it travels from one medium to another medium. Now, let us say, for example, I take an interface or a boundary, right? And I say there is a medium here and this medium is 1. And there is another medium here, this medium is 2. The medium here, let me say, is air. And I have another medium, let us say water, right? And these two medium are different. Okay, we also use the plural of medium, which is media. Okay, media is the plural of medium. So this is the boundary, this is the interface. Okay, so when light travels from the first medium and where it comes and strikes, that is the point of incidence, right? And this ray is called incident ray. Incident ray. Now, when the ray of light is incident, it is supposed to go in a straight line, but it has not gone straight line. It is going to bend. When it is traveling from a medium like air, we say, which is optically rarer, okay, rarer, to optically denser, which is water or glass, then it will bend like this, right? So this is refracted ray. This is refracted ray. Now at this point, always it is correct to draw a normal at the point of incidence. Remember, in reflection, the surface is opaque, where it is rebounding back, rebouncing back, but here it is transparent. It is passing from one medium to another medium, from rarer medium to denser medium, from air to water, which is optically denser. When it happens like that, this is the normal I have taken, n dash, you will find that the ray which is supposed to go will bend towards normal. It will bend towards normal. When it is rarer to denser, it bends towards normal. So, what is the angle of incidence? The angle of incidence is the angle between the normal and the incident ray. And what is the angle of refraction? It is the angle between the normal and the refracted ray. You see clearly here, angle of incidence is greater than angle of refraction. This is one case. So we may have a doubt now. suppose if it travels from denser to rarer medium, then what will happen? This is case 2 which we are going to study now, right? And let me draw the boundary or interface, both you can call it, right? And let me take first to draw a normal, okay? And then let me take this point here, and this is the incident ray, okay? So this is normal n dash, and this is incident ray, and this is angle of incidence. Now this is the boundary we have taken, right? Now the light is going to travel from denser to rarer medium, okay? So the medium here is denser and this medium is rarer. Let us inverse this too, right? And let us be water. If the light is coming from water, which is a denser medium, to air, which is a rarer medium, then what will happen? According to rectilinear propagation of light, the light is supposed to have gone in a straight line. The ray should have gone in a straight line, but it does not go. Why? Because this is dense and this is light. So what will happen? The ray will move away from the normal. It will move away from the normal, and this is angle of refraction. And when you see here, angle of incidence is smaller than angle of refraction. Okay, so let us keep it very carefully. When it travels from rarer to denser, it moves towards normal. If it is from denser to rarer, it is away from the normal, away from normal. So this you have to keep it in mind very clearly in studying refraction, okay, towards normal. Okay. Now, when I said to you that it is rarer, lighter, so what actually happens is velocity of light in air or vacuum, we call it as c. It's a very special value, that is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. This is the velocity of light. You have to be very careful about it. This is a very important number in the study of physics. C is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Remember, nothing can travel with the speed of light. Only light can travel with the speed of light. That is the maximum level that can be assigned. That is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. It's a very big number. In 1 second, it is more or less traveling around 3 lakh kilometer. In 1 second, it is traveling 3 lakh kilometer. So it's a very huge number, right? Enormous number. So the velocity in air or vacuum is assumed to be this value. Fine. Now what is going to happen? The velocity here is c, right? But when it comes to water, naturally it has to go slow. The speed is optically denser. It has to go slow, right? And then let us say velocity is v. You'll find that this will be some other value. It will be less than, absolutely it will be less than 3 into 10 power 8. But here what is happening? It is coming from a slower velocity, it is coming to a higher velocity. When it comes to higher velocity, it goes faster and naturally it moves away from the normal. We will study more in detail about it. This is just an introduction to you. In connection with refraction, we come to a point, a definition called refractive index, right? This is most important definition which you have to learn. Let me erase all these things. Incident ray, refracted ray, towards normal, away from normal, optically rarer, optically denser, angle of incidence, angle of refraction, all that we have now touched upon. So now I am going to talk about very specifically velocity of light in different media. What will happen in the value of the velocity? Okay, now let us take carefully again. Let me draw a boundary or an interface. I am drawing a boundary or an interface. Okay, this is the first medium and this is the second medium, right? And this is a rarer medium and this is a denser medium. Fine. Now what I'm going to do, so rarer, example, you take air and you can take here water, or you can take even glass, no problem. You can take anything. Now as usual, let us draw a normal and assume the point of incidence. This is the normal at the point of incidence. Okay. Now the ray is incident. So this is the incident ray. Okay. This is the incident ray. This ray is supposed to have gone in a straight line. Okay. This is the incident ray. And the angle between the normal and the incident ray is angle of incidence. It's fine. Now rarer to denser. Velocity is high and velocity is low, C, and this is V. Because the velocity is low, it slows down and it bends towards normal. It bends towards normal, and this is angle of refraction. Now what is the refractive index? Refractive index. Okay. It is used, two different symbols are used. In some books they use the symbol mu. It is a mu, right? Or we also can use n. In a simple terms, we also can use n. So what is this refractive index? It is the ratio of speed of light in air. See, speed of light in air or vacuum, both are one and the same. Okay, we assume to be same, divided by speed of light in a particular medium. Fine. So this ratio is called refractive index. Now mu is equal to C upon V. This is the formula for calculating the refractive index. Okay. Is it easy to calculate the velocity of a particular light or a medium like that? Ordinary velocity is displacement upon time, or speed is distance upon time. I can run 100 meter and check the time, but these velocities are very high. So we cannot directly calculate like that. We need alternate method, experimental method, which we will see in the next video. Let me continue with this. Mu is equal to C upon V. I will give you some values which are very important. C is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. This is for vacuum as well as it is for air, we can assume, right? And velocity in water, what is the value? And velocity in glass is how much? These are the two often used material. This we can do it, we can calculate it using this method, we can calculate it. And what is the refractive index? Refractive index is a constant. It is a constant. Okay, it is a constant for a particular given material, right? And that is speed of light in air or vacuum divided by speed of light in a medium. Since it is a ratio between two similar quantities, naturally you don't have any unit for, there is no unit for refractive index. With that, we complete this video where I have just introduced you about the refraction and refractive index. In the next video, we will study about an experimental technique which will lead you to Snell's law, which is very useful in determination of refractive index. Thank you so much.